Oh,
That was it.
great to see you here.
Yeah. What are you doing here? Do you want to go for a ride?
Yeah, I'd love to go for a ride, man.
Yeah.
I've never been mountain biking before.
First time?
I just show up, man.
Yeah.
I stole this bike from some kid.
I think since you've never biked before, you should use this one. And I'll take your Bronson. I can kind of show you the ropes.
Yeah, man, let's do it, man.
Okay.
Let me get my helmet.
Nah, I'm kidding. Steady spin is actually quite the sender.
Hey guys, welcome back. We are at Markham Park today. Steady Spin is here with me. He's been traveling down all the way to Florida for a road trip. And we're gonna show him Markham Park, some of the stuff that we have to ride around here. So I'm on my Hardtail today, the murder machine. It's a fun bike, and I mean, it's perfectly fine, but since I've gotten used to riding full suspension bikes, I find this thing to be quite sketchy. And it's not that there's anything wrong with the bike, it's a nice bike. It's just super XC. It's really meant to be pedaled fast, not used on the jumps. But Steady here has decided that he wants to give it a shot, so we're gonna take turns on this thing. I mean, I'm happy to ride the Bronson. I just hope this thing can survive. I think you're on the losing end of this deal.
So this is the sweet machine I got, 29er. Kind of almost like some gravel tires, nothing too crazy. You got the tri-rail, 3-ring up front here. Flat pedals. Yeah, how's your bike treating?
Oh, my bike is amazing right now.
Yeah.
I got a good deal on this. Yeah. Running all the cool stuff, 36, Super Deluxe, code brakes. Now I'm gonna go hook off the jumps that I can't do on that.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna try to take my bike off some stuff. See how it goes.
100 mil.
I just opened up the 100 mil, guys.
So I think I should explain, I'm riding his bike and he's riding what I brought to Markham today because I broke the rear triangle on my Jeffsy, so I'm waiting for YT to warranty it. And in the meantime, I'm riding that Hardtail. Everything is terrifying, but you can do stuff on it.
It is kind of terrifying. Look at that.
It seemed that the obvious logical progression was to go try out some jumps. We started by heading to a small tabletop to berm that's in a trail called Redback, which is perfect to get the feel for jumps on a bike. It's small, mellow, and it has a huge lander, so you basically can't overshoot it.
Nice.
And to top things off, you get to rail the berm on the way out, which is just one of the best berms you have ever seen. And just in case I left you wondering,
So as I was saying, the Jeffsy is in for repairs, and it's been an absolute nightmare to get customer service from them. But that's not the point of this video, so you'll get another one very soon with all the details.
if you know Markham, where to go next was pretty obvious. We had to hit Area 51 to see if the steep step up was doable on the XC Hardtail.
It's nice knowing you guys. Appreciate you subscribing. You know, let Steady Spin name survive.
I got you. I'll make
pushing it on the.
I'll make a nice video after this.
Yeah, you'll make a nice video for me.
Yeah. So I would never hit these jumps on that bike, but
No?
Steady here is a little bit braver than I am.
I think the step down what we got. That next one, just second one is tricky, like you said.
Nice.
Oh!
Well,
I didn't clear it.
no, but you hit it.
I still wait for it.
That was a pretty big case, but
Beautiful case.
As I was following, the step down felt a bit iffy to me, which is weird because I never have any issues clearing that on my bike, and the Bronson is actually quite similar to the Jeffsy.
nice.
That of course meant that I had to go back and try it again a few more times. I was honestly feeling comfortable on the bike, but for some reason I was casing the rear tire each time. I tried more pop, more speed, different line, and in the end, as frustrating as it was, I never got to clean it completely.
No.
Markham 1, Stefano 0. But I'll be back for that.
Now that I've been riding the Hardtail for like a month, I get on this thing and it feels like cheating. But I will say this though, you know, I'm giving the Hardtail a lot of shit, but it's a perfectly good bike. And if you're starting, you should not let
the bike be a determining factor for what you can and you can't do. All bikes can do mostly everything. You just gotta be ballsier about it. That's about it.
Case in point, sending Dimitri's drop or tackling a skinny. It's not whether it's a hardtail or a full suspension that's going to make it or break it, it's about getting out and riding.
Nice.
If you practice, you'll be able to achieve most anything on any bike. On the flip side, there's no denying that having tons of squish and slack head angles isn't a nice advantage. It opens up the possibility of being a bit more careless and having the bike take care of issues for you, especially to newer bikes that are getting longer and slacker every generation. We'll eventually get to a point where it will be too much, but for now, they inspire quite a bit of confidence and still pedal quite well. After we finished our first lap, we decided to go hit the newly built jump line. For that, we agreed it was better if we were both on our own bikes. I'm not sure if Steady Spin had had enough, or he just wanted to send it on his own, but
After a bunch of trails on the Bronson, I'm back on my hardtail. And it was weird because there's something that's actually fun about riding this completely terrifying bike in comparison to the Bronson. Bronson is just so good that it kind of mellows everything down. And here, you're like active and you have to do everything with your own body. That I kind of get the appeal of hardtails.
Stefano, I love the intensity in your eyes.
Commitment.
or fear. Not exactly sure which one.
So I've done this a few runs now. I thought I was going to be able to kind of do this with the hardtail, but it's a little bit terrifying.
In the end, I never got the two last jumps, but the jump line itself is unbelievably good. As soon as I get my bike back together, I'm heading out to session now. For now, I opted to instead get footage of others hitting the jumps. If you want to see more of the jump line, you should check out Steady Spin's version of this ride once you're done with this video. I'll make sure to place a link to his video and the channel at the end of this one.
Full sand Capra.
I don't want to end this video without first showing you what I was saying about my hardtail. For that matter, any entry-level hardtail. We had good fun here poking at it, but this isn't a video about bashing anybody. As you can see, Markham and most trail systems can be ridden with just about any bike. If you're a newer rider, don't let the bike you have be a limit for not progressing. Look at how Steady Spin was sending it in some jumps that I thought he couldn't do, and how I'm getting over all of these challenging spots on my hardtail. Granted, there will be certain situations where not having rear suspension can definitely make things more challenging, or where having a lower grade cassette can make gears jump a bit here and there, but all these things will in the end make you a better rider, as they develop a ton of skills that you would never know about if you've only ridden crazy high-end bikes.
Well, it took 4 tries. You see, so this has gotten like really bad. And this is where this bike scares me.
The good thing is that fear is something that can be conquered. When I first got on this bike after not riding in the trails for so long, I was struggling to do a ton of things. But as soon as I realized how capable it was and started to give it some leeway, it's performing amazingly. Honestly, I'm still scared of jumping it, but I'm pretty sure that with enough practice, even that would be doable. We finished our ride with a few laps of the pump track, where it turns out that this bike is great. It really pushes forward a ton when it's pumped. If it had a dropper and I wasn't hitting the seat each time I pumped, it would be crazy fast to loop around here.
The hardtail was plenty fun for this style of riding, for sure. It was actually a lot of fun. I appreciate letting me ride it. I was surprised that it held up. There's a couple times I thought I was going to break your bike, for sure.
There's something about how sketchy it is that kind of makes it fun to ride.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there is. There's a fear factor in it where you're like, this is cool. C-post dropper. I didn't realize how much I would miss the C-post dropper. It's like, I'm not going to ride anything with a C-post dropper.
It's important.
Yeah.
Because the way I see it, a little bit of a slacker head angle, a dropper post, a hardtail would be a blast to have. That one is just a little bit too XC for, you know, more adventurous kind of riding. Well guys, that's it for today. I hope you had fun following Steady Spin, surviving on my murder machine. I will see you for the next one, and happy riding. Nice.